The Gautam Gambhir Suryakumar Yadav era got off with a bang, but then not such thing can be said about the Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma era, where we lost our first series against Sri Lanka with Gautam Gambhir as the head coach of Team India. But then he is not leaving any stones unturned now because we are in for 10 test matches in next 4 months. And I have Shalini with me who makes a return to the show.
देखो कौन वापस आया है.
कौन आया?
And we also have Siddhant with us. Shalini, please a little back. Yes. Don't be overboard, na?
No, I'm the center of attraction today.
So we'll discuss that and more. But the big story that is developing as of now is that the senior cricketers, including Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, have been asked to make themselves available for the Duleep Trophy. But then Siddhant, these were the developments. But then recently, PTI got some reports, and according to those, Virat and Rohit can make themselves available. But then, if they want, they can skip it as well. We don't know what's going to happen, but they clearly need to play that, right?
Is it like, the news is there out there so that they have to agree? Because, at times this is how these coaches want to put pressure on their players, perhaps. Because let's face it, they've not played domestic cricket for a long time. Right. But maybe Gautam Gambhir is trying to walk the talk, and he's put out, a sort of a glimmer in the media where, like, hey, listen, I want them to play, just say it out loud, and then let's see whether they agree to play or not. You remember, even before they agreed to tour Sri Lanka, at first there were reports which suggested that, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma both will be rested from that tour of Sri Lanka, and then reports came was that Gambhir wants both of them to play, and they had to come and play that series, even though India lost that series. So I think it's sort of a feeler that Gautam Gambhir has put out for them to eventually agree.
Right. So just talking about the time that has been before Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have actually played domestic cricket, I think Shalini has some really good analysis. So Shalini, when was the last time these both actually played domestic cricket?
For Virat Kohli, it was in 2012 that he played the last red ball domestic tournament.
Over 12 years.
Yes, and for Rohit Sharma, he was last seen playing such a tournament in 2016. So it's been quite a long time for both of them.
Absolutely, and Siddhant, don't forget that the 10 test matches that are coming up, 2 will be in Bangladesh, 3 will be in New Zealand, and 5 in Australia.
So 2 against Bangladesh at home, 3 against New Zealand at home. I think those India will win like we win. The biggest test will be that Australia series, because we have won the last 2 times. Now there will be that added pressure that, boss, you have won it last 2 times, you have to win it the 3rd time.
Right.
And Gambhir's new era, the biggest assignment of them all, for him to start off
down under.
Oh my God, it's gonna
be
epic.
And also the fact that yes, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have been asked that if they can be available for Duleep Trophy, nothing like it. But then there's also news that Jasprit Bumrah, the BCCI is actually trying to manage his workload a little more, and they've said कि भाई ये नहीं भी खेले तो चलेगा, because we want him to be fresh for those 5 tests against Australia. There's a very good thing about it as well, according to what I have analyzed is, since the pitches against Bangladesh and against New Zealand will be spin friendly, you don't actually require someone like a Jasprit.
No, but last few tests, if you see, they've gotten better for batting those pitches, because I think the broadcaster has made it a point to the BCI. Listen, we are paying money for 5 days. Please ensure at least the game goes till the 4th day or the 5th day, because earlier before that, all games were getting over at max by the 3rd day. So that doesn't make sense anymore. True. I think we'll get better pitches, and I think we need those better pitches because our batsmen need to be in a bit of form. We saw what happened in Sri Lanka. They were clearly short of runs. So hopefully in the test against Bangladesh, 1-2 centuries from Virat, 1-2 centuries from Rohit.
But talking about batting, Shalini, do you think that there's a potential Rishabh Pant's return on the cards?
Yes, I think he can.
To Test cricket, that is.
To Test cricket, and this the Duleep Trophy will be his first tournament, his first such kind of a tournament of post accident, and so therefore it will be a big practice for him as well.
Red ball comeback.
Red ball comeback, and he can also make it to the test the test matches that are lined up, and so we can definitely expect that.
I think that'll be the case. He was your first, absolutely. He was your go-to wicketkeeper. And I think this is the format which suits Rishabh Pant the best, Test cricket.
Absolutely.
So I have no doubt in my mind. I think he'll start all Test if he's fit. Yeah.
And also the fact that selectors have actually told Ishan Kishan as well that he has to play the Duleep Trophy,
Even
and
Shreyas Iyer.
even Shreyas Iyer for that matter. But Ishan Kishan, since he has been out for a long time and he isn't playing the ODIs as well, so they have said that you have to play the Duleep Trophy if you want to
You
be
have to
available
get them.
for selection.
There are 4 teams in Duleep Trophy.
Yeah.
Where will they get all the players? They have to call the Ishan Kishan, Shreyas Iyers, and I don't know. There'll be so many fringe players also, which is a good thing. You know, there's this series. You remember Challenger Trophy used to happen.
Yeah.
India Senior or India ABC or India Red, India Green,
Mhm.
India Blue. So those tournaments I used to love them because all the big boys
Big
used
players
to
used
play.
to play them,
Sachin
yeah.
Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, they would all be there, and you'd enjoy those tournaments.
You're right.
I think this will be fantastic. Imagine Virat Kohli in one team, Rohit Sharma in another, KL Rahul in another, Rishabh Pant leading the other.
It's like a domestic IPL.
It's like
right?
and in red ball, nah? So the fact is, you
Yeah.
see that in white ball cricket so often. This to happen in red ball, I think it'll be very exciting. And you know, a lot of people would say that it's just a domestic tournament. I think a lot of people will tune in to watch this because it's fun.
100%,
It's
100%.
fun.
I think a similar thing happened when Virat and Rohit decided to play in the Sri Lanka ODIs.
Yeah.
Suddenly the series was so big. And Shalini, you was trying to say something?
Yes, I think that before this we were also discussing about that about the fact that there are too many matches which are happening. India is playing like non-stop. Now that recently India has not played a match for almost 1.5 months. I think
They will not play,
They
yeah.
will not play for 1.5 months. So after that, when this tournament starts, I think many people will actually want to watch all these their cricket at heroes playing against each other or with each other. I think this gap was also very much required for the team and also for the spectators.
Right, so it
Are you
actually-
talking about a break for yourself? Like we all have no cricket for the time being, and like okay, no India matches.
Yeah, but
It's
I
sports
think-
hook, not cricket hook. Okay, so just confirming the dates here. So the Duleep Trophy is scheduled to begin on September 5 and it will go up till September 24th. But then the first test against Bangladesh
19th September.
will start
Right.
on 19 September.
So I think they'll play the first round of matches. All of these guys, the big wigs.
The thing is, since those matches are currently scheduled in Anantapur, which is 250 kilometers away from Bangalore, and if Virat and Rohit decide to play, they'll probably have to shift it to Bangalore because there's no airport in Anantapur.
Maybe they'll send a private jet. They'll make a strip somewhere. You never know. You never know.
Right. But
And also to add, sorry to interrupt.
no, yeah, please.
Ashwin also maybe will not be playing this tournament. And
Ashwin and Bumrah both have been exempted.
both have been exempted. Yeah.
Why is Ashwin exempted? Any idea?
He's just playing Test cricket. That's why.
So they're like, वो तो खेलेगा ही.
So he'll have to play.
No, but
right?
Bumrah,
And he's also a senior player.
Bumrah also I completely get because see, for you the bigger tournaments are lined up
He's
after
just
us.
playing Test cricket.
So like,
So, yeah,
खेलेगा ही,
that's a
चलो हो
given.
गया.
And also the fact Chiteshwar Pujara and
No, he was
Ajinkya
playing.
Rahane.
He was playing TNPL by the way.
Yeah. So,
Ashwin.
since you mentioned that they actually need so many players to play in this
Pujara
Duleep
Rahane.
Trophy, but Pujara and Rahane haven't been called up.
Oh no!
They have moved
Oh,
ahead
no.
of them.
No Puji
No Puji.
and no Jinx.
Bhag Puji. So, no.
It'll be fun to watch irrespective of anything.
Yeah.
Just these guys going. You know, it'll be fun. I think Kohli will have some banter while he's fielding. He'll say something to if Rohit is batting at the other end. It'll be fun. I think it'll just be great to watch because you know
And the stump mic will be the hero.
Yes.
I'm sure you know the host broadcaster will definitely send people, but these matches will be broadcast properly for sure.
They
Good
should be.
coverage.
And
Good
also
coverage.
the fact that since we just saw what happened in Sri Lanka, where we actually couldn't play spin. And you remember, I was raising that point in our earlier discussion as well that these players are not habitual to playing spin in domestic cricket because there's so less domestic cricket these days. Yes, because of the fact that maybe the international cricket is too much. That's why they're not playing domestic cricket. But then this move, even if I'm not sure if this has been asked by Gautam Gambhir or BCCI itself, but then it's a fantastic move, right? Because before the test season begins, you'll actually have a very good idea of how to play spin and counter that. Because in the past, India has been seen caught in their spin web.
Yeah. It has happened before, even though India's record at home is, it feels like they're almost invincible, right? But as I said, I think Gambhir has put that sort of feeler out so that he makes sure that these players play these games because it's good match practice.
Exactly.
You know, red ball cricket. Also, you haven't played red ball cricket consistently in the past 1 year. There was the ODI World Cup, then you had the series. You had 1 or 2 series, but then apart from that, you were consistently playing T20 cricket, right? IPL, T20 World Cup. Now you played one ODI series. I think it's really important for India to get back into that test groove. And for these players to figure out, you know, कि हर ball पे मारना नहीं है, you know, play the ball, play the conditions.
Absolutely. And Shalini, just to conclude things here, there's this World Test Championship final as well next year, and India currently lead the standings. This would be a very good build-up for that as well, right? Because 10 test matches and you'll have a very good match practice for that as well.
Yes, definitely. I think it will be a very good match practice for every player, and that's exactly why I think Gautam Gambhir has.
2 बारी से हार रहे हैं.
I was about to say that.
2 बारी से हार रहे हैं World Test Championship final. क्या ही match practice की जरूरत? Like we get there and we lose. And again, this is in England. Maybe with this time, third time.
But you never know. You can always have that thing that you will win this time at least.
Forever optimist,
Yeah,
Shalini.
forever optimist. And you see, we did win. Now that I was optimistic about the T20 champion, the T20
World Cup, T20 World Cup, Championship.
T20 World Cup, and they did win. And what a match it was. So I'm sure this time also they can win, and we have like really good players.
We have had great players all the time.
Yeah.
It's just that we go to that final in England and we lose.
Let's not talk about the negative things. We are going to
We are going to win it, Charlie. We are going to win it.
Once I actually hope that someday I'll see an India versus Pakistan test match at Lords, but for that Pakistan need to
Again,
qualify for the final.
We have shifted focus. हम इंडिया से आ गए हैं पाकिस्तान पे.
For the World Test Championship final, since we are talking about that.
But Pakistan doesn't win series at home also, boss.
That's the thing, na. So that they need to win, which is not happening.
Imagine England at home also hasn't gotten to play even one World Test Championship final because they वो baseball में जीत जाते हैं कुछ और फिर हार जाते हैं बहुत कुछ. So that also happens.
Anyway, right, so that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it for whatsoever any reason, do give it a like and do support us by subscribing to Sportsook, since Shalini is also back. Shalini,
अपने मीठे स्वर.
Meethe Sorhanji, and like Siddhant always says, I'm just going to repeat his words that do not please support us and do not abuse us. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and tell us what exactly you want to watch. And we are already receiving a lot of support and love from all of you, and we expect the same in the future as well. Siddhant will conclude.
Just please like, subscribe. Bas, itna hi. Thank you so much for watching.